Hello, Gerald Thompson here, international opera singer and voice teacher. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you a complete vocal warm-up where we concentrate on breath. This is level 1 of the series where everyone should be able to join along. When you've conquered this level, check out level 2 and 3, the intermediate and advanced. Let's go. We'll start this vocal warm-up by exhaling and inhaling, just so that we get a feeling of what a natural inhalation feels like. So let's exhale. And you'll notice I made no sound when I inhaled. I just let the breath fall into the body. So let's do that one more time. As we inhale, we're just going to allow the breath to fall into the body. We're going to expand the ribs. The stomach will come out a bit. And this is how we're going to get that natural inhalation. So let's exhale. Expansion. Now that we've gotten the inhalation, let's see how we're going to use the breath that we've taken in. So we're going to exhale, inhale, and then release the breath on a S. So let's do that. Well, at first start just on a 3 count, just so that we can feel what it's like to have the breath releasing. Hopefully that's pretty easy, so we're going to move on to 5 counts. We're going to try to not pulse the breath as we're doing this. We're not going s, 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 s. We're letting the breath flow consistently. Once the 5 is okay, we'll try to move on to 7. And once the 7's okay, we're going to move back to the beginning of the exercise, and now we're going to change this voiceless s to a voiced z. So we're going to do the same exercise again, first starting with a count of 3, but we're going to put it on the voiced z. So exhale, inhale, z. Z. If that's okay, we'll move on to 5. Z. And then 7. Z. 9. Z. If you're able to get to 9, that's great. If you've only managed 5 or 7, we just continue to work on getting this breath to flow consistently and not have any extra pressure as you go forward and not to pulse the breath at all. We're just wanting a consistent sound throughout the exercise. Once that we've gotten our voiced z flowing great, I want to sing the voiced z on an interval of a 5th with a glissando between the 2 notes. That sounds like this. Z. Taking it up a half step. And we're always making sure that the voice is vibrating and the air is flowing consistently between these 2 notes, that we're never stopping the sound or the flow of breath as we do the exercise. We can continue taking this exercise up by half steps, but I wouldn't take this up into the top of the voice at first. Just staying in a nice middle range so that you can get used to the voice flowing in this way. Once we've done this exercise, we can move on to singing 2 notes, one after the other, repeating. That sounds like this. We're going to start this exercise with E, 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 E. Again, only 3 beats. I can also sing this up the octave for the treble voices. E, E. Always making sure that we have that natural inhalation. So you can always add an exhale so that you get the most natural inhalation possible. We'll take this up a half step. If the 3 beats are okay for you, let's try moving up to 5. We can also increase the tempo a bit to make it even easier. If 5 was okay, we can move on to 7. And when we're doing this exercise, we want to make sure that we're never squeezing in the stomach or ribs, that we're trying to keep this expansion that we've gotten on our natural inhalation. Expansion. After we've done the 2-note exercise, we'll move on to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise, just on E at first. That sounds like this. Always making sure that we go back to that natural inhalation, the exhale, inhale before every exercise. Taking it up a half step. And you'll notice that this E vowel is not a wide, bright E, but a very round, warm E. It's almost like we're singing an E vowel through oo lips. E. This will help keep that breath flowing and making sure that we're not straining or tightening at the top of the voice. Again, we can take this up a half step, just staying in the middle of the range at the beginning, not taking it to any extreme highs or lows. For the next exercise, we'll be going into the lower part of the range, and we'll do this on a ya, 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 ya. A 5-note scale going down, but we'll repeat the last note 5 times. That sounds like this. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Going down a half step this time. Ya, 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 ya. With this exercise, we're going to want to try to avoid chewing the note with our jaw. We're not going ya, 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 but having the jaw stay nice and relaxed and just moving the tongue and let the air flow over the tongue as we do the exercise. Ya, 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 ya. And keeping the lips nice and round to make it easier to get into the lower part of the range. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. If you're finding it difficult to sustain that last note on the ya, ya, ya's, you can stop after the first ya. That would sound like this. Ya, 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 ya. You can always add an extra ya to try to get the breath to go a bit further. And the last exercise of this warm-up is going to take us up into the top part of the range. This will be on Alleluia, and it starts with just a 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Alleluia. Alleluia. Taking up the half step. Alleluia. Now, if this exercise is easy for you, we can add in one more note at the top, the octave, and it will be 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. Alleluia. Now with this exercise, we want to try to make sure that we're not grabbing anything on the top note, that the ribs and stomach are staying nice and expanded, and the breath is flowing consistently through the L on the Luya. Alleluia. 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 Again, making sure that the breath is flowing and that the resonance is staying nice and open. We can test it by singing it on one note. Alleluia. You should hear a nice consistent sound, and the breath should be flowing consistently as well. Alleluia. Again, going back to the other exercise. A great helpful tip with this as well is making sure that the lay is not going wide, that it's also staying nice and round, almost as if you're singing the A through oo lips. This will give you a better chance of accessing those upper notes. I find that making sure that we keep this body connection in the ribs and stomach, but also making sure that we're opening this space up, helps me gain better access to this upper part of my voice. So once you've conquered these exercises, check out the level 2 and level 3 on my channel. If you've enjoyed this vocal warm-up, make sure and give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and share the video with your friends. Tschüss.